Hello everybody, I am Sam with Gameland Games, and I am here to take you through a solo playthrough of Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. And keep in mind, the game that you see here in front of you is in prototype form, so the game as it is mass-produced is going to look a little bit different, but a lot of the art is final, but obviously the components are prototype. So, playing solo, let's go ahead and get right into it. I have two contracts right here. One of these two is going to be my private contract for the game, or for the beginning, and I'm going to choose this one. Now, normally I'd keep it face down, but I'm going to keep it face up because I'm playing solo, so I don't really care if the opponent that is played by an AI sees it. That other contract is shuffled into the contract deck, and it's time to begin. All right, so I probably want to go ahead and get some raptors, because if I can find a way to get those two done, I want to get some raptors. So I'm going to start off by going here to that raptor space and roll. Oh, okay, slashed, so he moves off, and I get a raptor into my holding area. Then the AI goes. You can see these are Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea sleeves, but they're just to sleeve the deck of AI cards, and they are going to slot C, which is unfortunate because I want to go there. Because there is nobody there, it's empty, the AI will gain a dinosaur, so it's going to gain a Brachiosaurus. And we are playing against the Scientist. All right. I am then going to go to, since we have an opening, hopefully it doesn't go to C again, but I'm going to go here and try and get another raptor. Okay, that was not as ideal. I got an egg. So now I have 3 raptors, which ultimately I will want them, but I want to make sure I can feed them. I might actually be able to manage 3 raptors. Okay. AI is going to go over here to D, and it is empty, so it's actually going to gain 2 Brachiosauruses. Holy mackerel. Okay. So his Brachiosaurus pen is completely full. So the next time, if he were to gain another Brachiosaurus, he's actually going to gain the leftmost research card. So the Scientist has got some ways to score a lot of victory points. All right, with my third, I do absolutely need to get some walls to house these, so I'm going to use my lead rancher to go over here, going to pay a supply and get 2 walls. Put over here. And the AI is going to come back over to D. Now, because his card is there, all of these slots are considered to have 1 person there, which is why I had to place my lead rancher. As a result, he is not going to gain the Allosaurus. Instead, he'll perform the Allosaurus action, which is gain 3 supplies. All right, and I have 1 guy left, and so for my last person, I could go and maybe try to pick up something else. I could get one of those raptors. A and B are the only spots I can go to. I need all of the meat to feed my raptors, so I can't go there, so maybe I'll pick up... Sure, we'll pick up a solo Stegosaurus. Hopefully it's a solo. Oh, no, it's not a solo. It is 2 of them. Rolled an egg. So, then the AI will go... Again, the Scientist goes over to B. Nobody's in B, so the Scientist will gain a raptor. Now, after every single turn of the AI, it will check to see if it can fulfill a contract. Right now it cannot, but if it gets either another raptor or another Stegosaurus, it will be able to fulfill one of those contracts. So this contract that I want to get is a little bit in danger. So we'll kind of have to see where that goes. But that's the end of the round, so these AI cards are going to be shuffled back into the deck. I get to retrieve my ranchers. And I have to arrange my ranch. So I am in a bit of a pickle, but I think I can manage it. So these raptors will come out here. Oh no, I will not be able to manage it. I do not have enough walls, because I have enough to put 1 Stegosaurus down, but not another one. So what's going to happen is this Stegosaurus is going to escape, which is going to break that wall, which means my raptors are not going to breed. So they are just going to stay there, but I do have to feed them. Feed 3 raptors, 1, 2, 3, and 1 Stegosaurus, 1. The AI, the Scientist, does not have to feed anything. They get to go ahead and do their own thing. So these get discarded. And then we are going to start a new round. So I get to go and collect. I'm going to get 4 leaves, so I go up to 8. And I will get 3 meat and no supplies because the Stegosaurus is there. So this is okay for now, but by the arranged ranch phase of this round, I need to make sure that I have a wall there. And so we get new research cards, the resource converter, the laboratory upgrade, and the Draco Rex. And I get to go first, so walls are very important, but I want to really get a lot of walls, so I'm going to go over here and get 2 supplies. And then AI is going to go, and they're going to go to B, just fine. I didn't really plan on going there, but they're going to gain a raptor, which that is a little bit of a problem for me, because now I can't go after that contract, because right here they have enough to fulfill that contract. So 1 Brachiosaurus and 2 raptors. We'll go ahead and fulfill that contract. The AI opponent right here. So they have now collected that contract. And contracts refill at the beginning of the round, so I don't get to see what's coming. All right, well now that action is open for me, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a crate and gain 2 more walls, and that should give me some leeway now. All right, where's the AI going to go? It's going to go to A. Ooh, I wanted to go there. Nobody's there, so it gets a Stegosaurus. Oh boy, this was bad for me, because it now completed a 2nd contract, 2 Brachiosauruses, and a Stegosaurus will allow it to complete that contract. Wow, Scientist is doing very well for itself. Has no dinosaurs in its ranch, though. So if I want to get another dinosaur, I'm going to have to use my lead rancher. I don't know what contracts are going to come out, and that contract with an Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Stego is going to be tough for me to do. So I'll probably do a bit of a planning session, and I'm just going to gain some meat here and save my lead rancher for my last move. So see, my guy is there, so instead it performs the raptor action, which is going to gain 1 of each resource. And then for my last action, you know, I always want to use crates, so... Or I could get a 2nd Stegosaurus and then have the Stegosauruses breed. I have enough resources for it, and I have the walls to do it. So I'm going to do that instead. So where the AI is up here, it's acting as if there's 1 person on each spot, so I'm going to use my lead rancher to gain a Stego. Don't do the same thing to me and gain an egg. It didn't. I got a slash. So I moved on over, and I get a Stegosaurus. And then last action for the AI, it's going to go to D, performs the Allosaurus action, which gives it 3 more supplies. 2, 3. Okay, I get to retrieve my workers. And it gets to retrieve the AI cards. All right, and I'm messing up those main cards a little bit, mainly because I've got a camera directly to my right, so I'm reaching over a lot of things. Okay. These research cards are discarded. Also, everything is very compact because I want to keep everything in the frame of the camera. All right, moving these over. I'm going to move that raptor down here. Those Stegos are going to come and sit there. I bumped my supplies. I think it was at 2. All right, now I have to feed. So 3 meat for the raptors. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 leaves for those Stegos. And then breeding. So I will get 1 new raptor and 1 new Stegosaurus. Now, something to keep in mind with these private contracts, I can only complete this if I complete a public contract first, and I do them at the same time. So we're in round 3. We get 3 new cards. Ooh, dinosaur food additives. That is a great research card. And the T-Rex. Oh, I love the T-Rex. Oh, I may want to pick that up. Then we get 2 new contracts, because contracts are going to be the number of players plus 1, so the AI counts as a player, so I get 3 contracts out there. You know, I could actually handle, if I can get a Brachiosaurus, move it over, and then fulfill a contract, I can do that. And I want to. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to get myself a Brachiosaurus. Just got 1. Okay. D, that's fine. I don't plan on going to D, so it's going to gain an Allosaurus. All right. And then I am going to go here and spend my crate and move that Brachiosaurus over. Now, something to keep in mind, I only have to check to make sure everything is properly enclosed during phase 4, which is the arrange ranch phase, so it's okay that Brachiosaurus is just sitting there. B, okay, that complicated things a little bit, but not bad because I have my lead rancher to go there. Because I'm there, it performs the raptor action, which is going to gain 1 of each resource. And then I will use my lead rancher to go here and complete a contract. So I'm going to spend Brachiosaurus, Raptor, and Stegosaurus to complete this contract, which then allows me to complete that if I can, which I can, 2 Raptors and a Stegosaurus. So now I've completed both of those contracts. I immediately get a new private contract, so I draw 2, and I get to decide which one I want. 2 Brachiosauruses and a Stegosaurus, or 2 Stegosauruses and a Brachiosaurus. I'm going to go 2 Stegos and a Brachiosaurus. So this is my private contract that I'm working on. The other one gets shuffled back into the deck. And let's see where the AI is going to go. I only have 1 action left, and I would love to pick up either the food additives or the T-Rex. But I may be limited in my ability to do that. D. Nope. I will be able to do it. So, performs a Brachiosaurus action because it already has a card there. Just gain 3 meat. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think I'm probably going to pay maybe my Raptor. Because I've got a... Oh, I don't have a Brachiosaurus. Because I spent it. Or I could go over and get some Stegosaurus. I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to get a Stegosaurus. The hand you see coming in there is Michael Coe. He's making sure everything looks good for me. And so I will roll for the Stegosaurus. I got an egg. Holy cow. So there's only 1 egg on a 6-sided die. I've rolled it a lot this game. And then for the AI, for the scientist's last move, it's going to C. There's nobody on C, so it does get a Brachiosaurus. Okay, so now, if it were to gain a Stegosaurus on its next turn, it has what it needs to fulfill that contract. All right, everybody's coming off. And there are 8 AI cards in here. There's 2 for each card, so 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, and 2 D's. I get to retrieve my workers. Now, we are going into round 4, which means I get my extra worker. But the AI also gets an extra card. Oh, I didn't get any of these guys. That is... It's too bad. Those were 2 very good research cards that I desperately wanted. All right. The Raptor is instead going to move on up into there. These Stegosauruses. Come down here, I have to feed them. 3 food. 1, 2, 3. And the Raptor eats 1 meat. And then breeding. So Stegosaurus is going to come... Shoot, I'm going to have it go there. So then as I go through and collect for the start of round 4, I'll collect 3 meat. 1, 2, 3. And 2 leaves. And 1 supply. Okay. We get some new research cards, and that contract card will refill. Diplodocus, Herbivore, Hemiolog, and the Breeding Center. Oh, the Breeding Center is really good. I like the Breeding Center a lot. And that's an Allosaurus and 2 Stegosauruses. Okay, so for me going first, I know I need to get at least 1 Brachiosaurus, so I want to make sure I get that done, so I'm going to do that first. Net, so I caught it. Okay, Scientist is going to go to A. I'm glad I did that first. So it's going to perform the Stegosaurus action, which will gain it 3 leaves. And all of these AIs play completely differently. The Scientist, we haven't had it go through right now because it has been maxing out and then getting contracts. We haven't seen his special ability come in of gaining research cards, but it's kind of it's going back and forth because it's gaining a lot of victory points from the contract, so it's not gaining as many research cards. All right, my turn. I really want that breeding center. And I don't need that many Stegosauruses. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay a Stegosaurus. And I'm going to get the breeding center. The breeding center allows me to, during breeding, if I have a single dinosaur of a certain type, I can pay 1 supply to breed that dinosaur. So then the AI gets to go, and it's going to D. So there's nobody there, so it actually gains 2 Brachiosauruses. Ooh, dear. Okay, so now if it were to gain another Brachiosaurus, because it has no room, it's going to use that top action instead, which is gain the leftmost research card. All right, then for me, I'm doing okay on walls because I can drop the raptor here and put the Brachiosaurus there and breed it with the breeding center. But what else do I want to do? If I could get a second Brachiosaurus, then I wouldn't have to use the breeding center, but then I wouldn't be able to use the raptor. I'd need to get another wall for a raptor. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay a gear, and I'm going to get 2 walls. And the scientist is going to C. So there's going to perform the raptor action, which is 1 of each resource. So these resources are climbing on the track. If one of the resources gets to the top of the track, it's going to perform whichever action is listed. So I don't love that it's getting gears because it will actually steal a research card from me, but I get to choose. So it wouldn't be a terrible thing for me to pick up a research card that I maybe don't want as much, just so I don't lose my breeding center. However, I do want to get a Brachiosaurus, and so I'm going to go here, because if it drew another A, I wouldn't have enough. So I'm going to spend a gear, and I'm just going to gain the Brachiosaurus, because I cannot go to a place that I've already been, which is there. AI is going to be, it's going to gain 2 Stegosauruses, which, okay, contract time. So it has an Allosaurus and 2 Stegosaurus, as well as an Allosaurus, a Brachiosaurus in the Stego. What it's going to do is it's going to take the leftmost one that it can. So that's going to be the Allosaurus, the Brachiosaurus, and the Stegosaurus. So it gains that contract. Okay. Well played, Mr. Scientist. Well played. I've got the necessary Brachiosauruses. I've got walls. I'd love to pick up an extra research card, but I don't think I can spare. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I need leaves because I only have 5, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need to pick up some leaves. Luckily, no! See, this is where I didn't plan very well. I only have a single guy, and so I don't actually have enough to go where I need to. That stinks. So I have to forfeit my last action, but the AI gets another one. The scientist is going to go to A and perform the Allosaurus action, which is now 3 supplies. 1, 2, 3. So 1 more supply, and it's going to steal a research card from me. Okay. This is going to get a little ugly, so let's see how it works. Luckily, I got 2 walls, so I do have a little bit of leeway. So if I put these 2 walls right here, I can throw the raptor in, have my Brachiosaurus up here. So I can choose the order that I feed. So I'm going to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm actually going to lose 2 Stegosauruses. I only suffer the consequences of the escaping once. So I will just have this wall go ahead and get run off. And then the... Darn. So I go all the way down there, and the raptor does have to eat, so it eats 1. Dang, dang, dang. I would have this guy stay here. Then those Brachiosauruses are going to breed. So they'll breed into that spot. Okay. That was unfortunate. But we get to move on. So those research cards are discarded. These are going to come back. Right when I thought I had a well-laid plan, turns out I did not plan as well as I had hoped. I'm going to blame it on filming and talking through it instead of playing the game. Because it's easy to blame something else than yourself, right? All right, we get a new contract, and we get 3 new research cards. Mobile barriers, the egg incubator, as well as the moss chops. To me, losing all these walls, it might be worth it to get the moss chops. But there's a guarantee that the scientist is going to steal a research card from me, and I don't want it to steal a high-priced dinosaur or my breeding center. So what I'm going to do... Oh, I needed to gain resource. I gained 3 leaves and 3 meat. And that's it. So I got plenty of meat. Oh, man. I am going to... I think that this is going to be the next contract it's going to gain. That's what I'm going to guess. So I'm going to say I don't need a raptor. Clear up some space on my ranch. I'm going to go ahead and pay any dinosaur. I'm going to pay the raptor. And I'm going to gain the mobile barriers card. Okay, then the AI gets to go. C! Oh, I'm glad I went there, because it went there. And it would have gained raptors, but instead it performs the raptor action, which is one of each. So it has now officially gotten to the top of the track with the crate, which it tells me right here, max crate. It's going to steal a research card from me of my choice. Luckily, I just got the mobile barriers. So it steals the mobile barriers from me. Well, at least that plan went well. I'm going to need some serious leaves, though. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up some leaves. Because I have some hungry brachiosauruses. D, over there, would have gained some brachiosauruses, but instead it performs an action. So it's going to gain 1 of each resource, and it's going to steal the first player marker from me. That is bad news, Bears. I do not... like being second player to the AI. I am still in desperate need of leaves, though, because right now I'm feeding 7. I only have 5 available, and the max that I can get is 1 more. So I'm going to lose a wall for pretty much guaranteed. Okay. Then I'm going to get another wall. Spend my lead rancher and get a wall there. Okay, AI is going to come over to D again, and it will perform the Allosaurus action, which is 3 more supply. 1, 2, 3. Well, I won't be going back to D, because I would need to spend 3 people worth of actions, and I only have 2 guys. But what do I want to do? I mean, I could really just hope that it doesn't take this, because the chances are now slim, because both... oh no, only one of the raptor cards is out. And the raptor cards tells you right on this show up on B and C. So one of the raptor cards is out, and there's a decent chance that with its next 2 cards, that raptor card could come out. And where there's no one here, it would gain the raptor, which would complete that contract. So I might have to pivot, but I don't have any food. All right, Allosaurus time. Let's risk it. Let's see what happens. I like those big dinos. Okay. And it's going to come to A. Would have got a Stegosaurus. Instead performs the action, which is 2 leaves and 2 food. And now I have a single guy, which means the only place I could go is B. Everywhere else is full. But I can't really afford to spend the resources, unfortunately. So, I'm going to forfeit that last action. And it goes with its 5th guy to C. Performs the Brachiosaurus action, 1 of each resource, and would take the first player for token from me, but it already has it. So I'm glad I didn't go and claim the first player token, because that would have been a waste. All right, retrieve ranchers. These go. Right now, I would say I think I'm getting creamed. But the game is not over. We are moving into the final round, and I might complete 2 contracts. You never know. We'll have to see. It's not looking super likely, but it is possible. Okay. So I get to place... I'm going to move these Brachiosauruses, take up the big spot. I'm going to put the Allosaurus there. I'm going to put the Stego up there. I wish I had a crate so then I could breed that Stego with my breeding center, but I do not. So I have to feed, and obviously I would need 7 leaves. I don't have 7, so I'm going to spend as much as I can, which is 5 to feed 2, 4, 5. And this guy goes away. And he breaks a wall on his way out, so I planned for that, so that wall breaks. And the Allosaurus eats 2 meat. Okay. Now, beginning the round, we get 3 new research cards. 1, 2, 3. Gallimimus, Dilophosaurus, and Maximum Habitat. That's a good endgame score. And the AI gets to go first, because it is first player. Oh, I forgot to collect. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves and 2 meat. Okay. It's going to go to B first, and it will gain a raptor, which hurt because it just completed that contract. Okay, right there. Wow, that's a lot of points in contracts. So, will I be able to complete any contracts? I might be able to complete that one, but it would cost me a lead worker right now, plus the 2, plus the 1. I can get it done. I have to get another Stegosaurus, and I'm going to try for it, because I don't know that I'll have enough to feed, unless I just want to go for maximum habitat and keep a bunch of dinosaurs in my ranch, which is not a terrible idea. I'm going to do that, so I'm going to use... I'm going to go here and gain a wall so I can wall off another area. Okay, Scientist is going to go to B again. Oof. Well, I'm glad I didn't try for that because it would have made it pretty much impossible. It's going to perform the Stegosaurus action, 2 leaves and 2 food. 1, 2. So both of those reach the top at the same time, so it has us go down in order. So first it's going to gain the leftmost research card, which is the Gallimimus, and then it is going to gain a Stegosaurus and a raptor. Wow. I'm glad it wasn't yeah, okay. So if it gains an Allosaurus, it's going to be able to complete another contract, and that should be the last contract that it can complete. I do want to make sure that I get... Oh, I really wanted to go here to gain that maximum habitat. But I'd have to spend my lead worker and a small guy. Alright, let's do it. Do that, spend 1 and 1, which means I'm going to have to gain leaves for my last action. Gain maximum habitat. Okay, third action for these guys, going to A. Oh no! It got 2 Allosauruses. Oh, that was such a bad card to have drawn. It gets to complete the last contract there. Holy cow. 5 contracts completed. That is a lot of contracts for that AI. So I have to get some food. So I'm going to go here and gain 2 leaves, which gives me enough to feed those guys. Let's see where the AI goes. Oh no, it went to D. If it hadn't gone to D, I could have used my breeding center. Performs that action, gives it 3 meat. At this point, that doesn't matter because it's not going to reach the top of the track. But it did make it so I can't really gain more resources. Darn, so the only place I can go is C. I could pay a dinosaur to pick something else up. Which, if I swap out my Stegosaurus for that Dilophosaurus, that actually is that's a win. Because it's a 1 victory point increase and I can feed it. So I'll do that. Go here, pay my Stegosaurus, and I'll gain the Dilophosaurus. Wish I can go through here. I have that guy. Goes in my holding. And the last action for the AI is going to go to C, and it will perform the Brachiosaurus action, which is 3 more meat. Okay, so now I arrange my ranch. I'm going to throw the Dilophosaurus there. I didn't end up needing my wall all that much, but I do have to feed. So 4 for the Brachiosauruses, 1, 2, and then 3 for those. They don't have to worry about upkeep. And then I get to calculate victory points. So I did not complete that contract, but these 2 are completed. So that's 10, 22, 25, 26. This is 1 victory point for every 2 dinosaurs on my ranch. Oh, I did breed. 27, 28. So I score 28 plus I get victory points for each dinosaur on my ranch. So 28, so that goes to 32, 35, 38, 51. So I scored 51 points. The scientist is going to score its contracts, research cards, and dinosaurs and ranch. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 53, 56, 58, 59, 63, 66, 69. 69 to 51. Wow, that AI creamed me. The scientist did really, really well. Okay, and that is the solo playthrough of Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. I am Sam with Gameland Games.